With all this talk about a black woman being appointed to the Supreme Court, would it surprise you to learn that the same person that's responsible for this is the same person that for 2 years filibustered a black female to be appointed to the circuit court, who the same female who's actually later recommended to the Supreme Court? Yeah, you heard it right. We're going to talk about this and some more hypocrisy, and we're going to start right now. Hello, my name is Kyle and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk to you about, you guessed it, Joe Biden, who is actually now talking about appointing a black woman to the Supreme Court before he even said anything about qualifications. It doesn't matter. As long as you're a black female, you're good to go. I'm sure that's a huge list of people to qualify for. You know, I'm not big on affirmative action because I think it's ridiculous in a lot of ways. The point of it was to fair things up, but at the same time, all you do is limit and commit more racism on the other way. And that, to me, is immoral and unjust. But it doesn't matter with these Democrats because Democrats don't care. All they want to do is virtue signal and come across like they're your friends talking to black people and then turn around and doing the opposite. Putting a black woman on the Supreme Court does nothing for black people, even though they say it's going to help. And you would think that the presidency of Obama should prove that. It doesn't, because people don't seem to be able to connect the dots no matter how obvious it is. This is from the Western Journal. This says here that then Senator Biden filibustered for 2 years the nomination of a black woman to the circuit court. It says here, this is from Breitbart, that Laura Ingraham noted on her program Wednesday that Biden voted 3 times against confirming Janice Rogers Brown. Now, I remember this lady from back in the day. She was considered right after Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, and George W. Bush was going to appoint her, but of course that didn't work out, and now Justice Samuel Alito took her place. Now, what's interesting is that Janice Rogers Brown is actually a Republican. She's a conservative, and you know what? That just isn't going to fly. So for some reason, it doesn't matter if your skin color is brown and you're a female to Joe Biden. You have to also identify with what they think. And to me, it flies in the face of what they want to consider as being tokenism. Take a look at this Instagram here. It says here, this is from Black Facts Matters. Isn't it hilarious that black conservatives are token blacks, but Biden picking a Supreme Court justice only because she's a black woman isn't tokenism? What am I missing? And that there is spot on simply because we are measured by 2 different rulers, 2 different metrics, one for them and one for us. Right here's a picture of her right here. This is from MSN, which is interesting because even they called it out. It says, who is Janice Rogers Brown, black DC Circuit Judge Biden blocked from appointment? I'm surprised that the MSN is actually going to try and tell the truth here. Ex-VP Biden on Thursday reiterated his campaign promise of nominating a black woman to the Supreme Court, leading some conservative pundits to bring up his past opposition of Janice Rogers Brown. And why would you think that? You know, it's almost as if they're saying, oh, well, you know, conservatives are bringing up this stuff here. They always want to give some sort of pass or some kind of slide to Democrats for them being racist. But to me, what's more important is for people to see the hypocrisy, what's going on here. But you know what? The hypocrisy doesn't stop there because I have another clip for you I want to show you. This comes from James Dunn from the Done Right podcast. He's a contributor to Red Liberty Media. And check out this clip right here. This is from the ex-VP. Check this out.
Action on a Supreme Court nomination must be put off until after the election campaign is over. President Bush should consider following the practice of a majority of his predecessors and not name a nominee until after the November election is completed.
Well, isn't that convenient? Now I'm going to read the caption to this video from the James Dunn podcast. I recommend go checking him out. I'll leave a link below in the description and go subscribe to him. He does great content. It says here, video resurfaces of then Senator Biden arguing that SCOTUS nominations should not be made until after election years. This was during Justice Clarence Thomas' nomination, where Biden and other senators accused him of sexual assault. Question now becomes, if it's racist to block it now, is Biden a racist for blocking it then? Well said, spot on, right on the money. And my comment to that simply is, it's a double standard. right? They want you to forget the obvious. And just like Malcolm X said, I'll leave a link to that below, a clip that I saw on Instagram on that. It's a famous clip about white liberals and who to be mindful of. It's a very, very good clip of soundbite of Malcolm X. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to leave you with this article here from National Review. It's quick. I'll read the whole thing. Kudos to Laura Ingraham for pointing out that when Joe Biden was in the Senate, he filibustered against the nomination of a black woman, Janice Rogers Brown, when she was nominated by President Bush for a seat on the D.C. Circuit. Brown had a definite libertarian streak, and the progressives just couldn't tolerate that. But today, the filibuster is bad, and the court needs a black woman. Wouldn't it be nice if some reporter could ask Biden about this and get an answer, or some word salad purporting to be an answer, rather than just being called stupid? Because being called stupid is what they do to us. Even though we know it's true, they tell us it's not. We know it's not true, they tell us it is. And it is a mental abuse type of thing going on. It's manipulation just to drive a narrative, just to push forth an agenda. This whole thing about racism, it's all about shutting down discussion, shutting down debate so they can push forth their agenda. That's all it is, because they know if you're called a racist, that's something that they're going to get no pushback from. People are scared to be called a racist, and so therefore they're not going to fight about it. And if they can do that, if they can call you a name that's so horrible, they stop you in your tracks and you're defending yourself, putting you on the defensive. But no, this stuff has to stop. We did a video today called The Gaslighting Effect, How to Spot Manipulation, because this is exactly what's going on. So with that, what's your thoughts on this whole Supreme Court nomination? What's your thoughts on the affirmative action of telling someone that you're on the court simply because your skin color, not because you're actually a good lawyer? That's where we are, folks. So on that note, comment below. I'd be curious to know what you think. As always, if you like what we do on this channel, where we take pop culture and politics and filter it to you in a conservative manner, then please check out some more content that we have for you right here.